Hello, my name is Abigail Plumer. I am in ninth grade, and this is my project on food handling. This is how to obtain your food handler's manager's license. So why you would need a food handler's license is your job may require you to have it. That's what happened with me. My boss came up to me and she was like, hey, I'd love for you to get your food handler's license so that you can be certified and so that you can be a manager. You learn to have these responsibilities of keeping people safe and healthy. You have knowledge of what to do in emergency situations. So like if there's allergies and someone ate food, what would you do? How to clean and maintain the facility and equipment, and you train the rest of your employees. Next is what to expect on the course. You will have to watch around 80 videos. They're not very long. They're about 3 minutes long. It just depends on the video. You have to complete each section. It's like a little review or quiz. And you have 2 sample tests. They are, there's like 2 more that are optional at the end. So like there's 3 and 4 that you don't really have to do. You are not required to take notes on the videos, but it is wise to so that you can look before you take your exam and you can study them a little bit more if you're not as confident or if you just need to look at notes. The important information to know on the exam. There's the different types of contamination, so just different bacteria that you need to know, just what it does. The thermometers, so you need to know how to work the thermometer on cold and hot food and how to read the thermometer. The flow of food, so just taking it from the kitchen and then out to people, just an organization of how you want to do that. As I said, food allergies, when someone comes in and they're like, hey, I can't have peanut butter, there's a whole process that you need to do. You need to get like different utensils and that have not been contaminated, and you need to make sure that cross-contamination does not happen. So that's when you have a spoon with peanut butter that was wiped off, and then you have another spoon and you lay it on top, then that is cross-contamination that you have with the peanut butter goes on both spoons. Even though it was wiped, it could still be on there. You have hand washing, which is how to wash your hands properly. There's also how to hand wash the dishes properly, because you can't just, you have to have 3 different compartments. You have to have water at 110 degrees, and then you have a middle for rinsing, and then you have to sanitize as well. And you have to have it on a drying rack. You can't just wipe it with like a cloth or something. You have to let it air dry, because you can have something on that towel and it can create cross-contamination again. Next, we have personal hygiene. You need to just know how to take care of yourself. So at work, you can't show up all grubby and without like your hair washed or smelly or anything like that. And then injuries. So like if you cut yourself with a knife, you need to know what you need to do to get the blood picked up and just take care of that wound. And then you have to get your food out of the way and thrown away, because you can't have blood or anything serving that to a person. Then cleaning and sanitizing, that is really important. Again, as I said, cross-contamination. You don't want to get any dirt or anything and serve that to someone, because then they can get sick and they can have food poisoning. No one wants food poisoning. It is not a good experience. Then you have facilities, so you need to make sure that your dry foods and just all of your supplies are above the ground, because you can have, if you get pests, you don't want them going into your supplies and all of your dry ingredients. And then you have policies, just the different organization stations that you have at your job to make sure everything gets done properly and clean. Next. Good internet. You must have Google Chrome as your web browser. Your phone must be set off to the side. So what you do for your exam is you have a phone here watching you, and then you have your computer screen watching you so that they can see you taking your test so that you don't cheat or that you can't use notes or anything. This was a very stressful process because I couldn't figure out how to connect the phone with the computer and then just have the person watching me. I got it all figured out, thankfully. He was very nice and patient with me. You have to have enough battery on both phone and computer. You have to download Google Meet on the phone. Someone will be watching you as you take the test to help you get on and so that no cheating is allowed. You can't use notes on the exam. It is not allowed. You have to use it all from your brain. And the exam, itself, you have 80 multiple choice questions. It is a pass-fail exam. You have to get at least a passing grade of about 75. You have 2 hours and 30 minutes to complete it. You definitely don't need that long. It's just enough safe space time so that if you do need that long, then you have that time. Right after your test, you will know whether you passed or failed. It will say congratulations or I don't know what it would say because I passed. You're certified is valid for 5 years, so you can take it and you can print it right after the exam. So this one, I need to get these laminated, but this is a food manager training course, and it says I successfully completed the course. This isn't the actual certification. This is the actual certification. And once you have this, you are a food handler manager, and you can take this to your work, and so then you can have a validation. And the test itself, it is more of the questions on the best decision, or which one would be the best choice in that situation. And I just wanted to say a quick thank you to Miss Carmen, the owner of Pugin's Creamery, she paid for my course. Sometimes whenever your job, once you have the job, the manager can help you and pay for your exam. And she gave me this opportunity to learn the importance of food handling and the safety and how to correctly just manage a business with food. And that was my food handler's presentation. Do you have any questions? All right.
What grade did you get on it, like from 1 to 100?
I don't know. It just said, congrats, you pass.
You do it on a paper or like a what thing do you do on a paper device?
You take your test on you can take the test on a Chromebook, and you don't have any paper. Nope. Brianna?
When you said you had to have a passing grade of 75, so 75 points or more.
The passing grade, it's more of just like, you got below a 75 if you didn't pass. So like you take 80 questions and then you're like, okay, well, what's a 75% with that? And so then you can kind of do that math. Cam?
I'm gonna make an excuse to go to Plumer and plan a fishing trip over there. Now I'm gonna go over to the creamery and try some ice cream.
Oh, that sounds good to me. Yes. Pugin's Creamery, we have lots of ice cream. It's a sanitary, clean place. I can for sure say that.
Means like how far is like this ice cream shop and like your friend?
It's about 25 minutes from here because it's in Raymond, maybe 30 at the most. Ashley?
So you said it is every 5 years. It's valid for every 5 years, right? Like every time you have to retake it, right?
I'm so glad you asked this question. So after your 5 years is up, you not only have to take the test again, but you have to take the whole course again.
So do the questions get harder as you like each year that it's on like that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. The questions might evolve after so what people do is we take data and we see like so like what we need to improve about a test. So they might, I don't really know if they change it, but they might have new information about like cleaning or like what's the newest best cleaning chemical, and they might change it there. I'm not sure though. Try.
So
You're good. Liz, did you have a question?
How many people do you get a day?
That I see a day when I'm serving ice cream? That depends. Tuesdays aren't as busy, but Friday night, that is a busy night.
I've got another question.
Yeah. Do you have a question, Bubba?
How long did it take for you to study for the food handlers thing?
How long it took me altogether, I'd say around 10 hours, because it took me time to watch the videos, and I took very thorough notes on my on all of the videos, and so I took about this much notes on the whole course, and I retook the tests, the practice tests that I had. I probably took them around 5 times each, just because I really wanted to make sure that I passed this the first time and that I was completely sure on the answers.
Good. Thank you for your questions. That's it. Nice job.
Okay.